the phone alone.
That's good.
How can I feel irritated?
So, what, actually, there's instructions on the back of this one.
Ridiculously expensive.
You know what I mean?
Like I don't
Green
buy them if they're on
card is for the first time of the interval.
And what is
So if someone reads for 2 minutes, for
I just like the
example,
taste of it.
you hold the green,
Hi.
and if yellow is halfway, so it is 2 to 3 halfway. So,
Hello, how are you today, Dale? I'm good, how are you? Good, it's nice to see you.
and then
Good to
red
see you.
is, would be
Thank
for
you.
3
Yeah,
minutes.
lunch.
Or if you have a speech and it's like 5 to 7 on left today. Oh, it's 6 to 8 today.
Brendan.
How are you doing, Al?
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Yes.
It's been a while.
How about Peter Ash?
You've been
Is
winning
that
your
Chris Bassett? Speech?
We have name tags that we can put
You want to
down.
use that or you can use it on your phone? Yeah, use your phone. Yeah,
Dale, Mike, and
So,
our
you
newest
have
member, April.
6 to 8. And the timer you can see is
Robert,
green card up.
you
And
stand
try to hold it up for the entire 4 minutes.
Okay.
1 minute. And then 7 minutes would be yellow card.
Yeah, that's
And then 8 minutes would be red card. And you hold that for 30 seconds.
okay.
And he explains it here, but.
I was in the library the other day.
The last part is after now.
Sit here. And you can see to set up the agenda.
Okay,
If
got
you
it.
want,
stop now.
Oh, this can, all right.
After 30 seconds of the red card.
Okay, got it.
after the red card.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
2 weeks.
It's easier to explain it when before someone speaks, so that it's not right, you don't understand it, that's fine.
Working on the naval radar systems.
What?
Next week.
But you don't actually know what to be on that right now. I need to get a security clearance first. And then you can let me know the details.
Yeah. Let me know when.
The software, yeah, I just got a master's degree in
I think you're right.
software.
Good morning.
Faces. Oh, yeah.
Interesting t-shirt on.
Oh,
I'm gonna see if there's a Toastmasters
yeah.
in the location that I'll work in.
Band.
It's out in Marlboro, so I won't be
Old band. It's going.
Oh, it's
The
a
markers up here.
Oh.
Very, very, they unofficially started.
Yeah.
Testing.
Good. So they played a show on Tuesday. Two of the original members.
It is now 12 o'clock. I'm Brendan O'Brien, sitting in for Peter Ash, the Sergeant at Arms. The first role of the Sergeant at Arms is to ask to silence your phones for the meeting or put them in a vibrate mode if you need to receive calls. And if you do need to receive calls, please discreetly exit the room to answer your phone. We do have 2 guests or new members, or actually 1 former member visiting us and 1 brand new member who's actually our timer today. So I'll just do it in alphabetical order and top to bottom. Okay. April Long, would you please introduce yourself?
I'm April Wang. I live here in Lexington. I'm from China. I'm so happy here and join this club. Thank you.
Welcome. And Ken Cutter, would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ken. I'm a former member of this club about 5 years ago. And I remember Brendan and Robert and Peter Ash was mentioned.
Yes.
And I'm a former president of a Toastmasters club, right on Toastbury. I've been out of Toastmasters for a while. And came to see what's new with this club. Welcome.
Welcome back. Faces, I think, welcome back, Alex. I haven't seen you for a couple months or more, so welcome. Returning faces. Okay, so please give a warm applause, and please, if you have a role, as you enter the podium area, please stay here until the other person has replaces where you are. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. Please welcome our Toastmaster for today, Ramiro Navarro. Welcome. Take the microphone.
Thank you, Brandon. Good afternoon. This is a very special day. Happy October. This is my first time doing the Toastmasters. And I feel very happy to be here, to see the smiling faces. And today's theme, I chose learning to say no. And when you learn to say no, life becomes easier. I learned early in life, actually by a girl, and I was trying to ask her out, and she said no. She said no several times. I guess I was so persistent that at the end she said yes. But that didn't last that long. So I learned that it's good when you don't want to do things to say no early instead of saying no later after going to the trouble of being stressed or trying to fake things that you don't feel. A good novelist from Brazil who wrote the book The Alchemist said this: when you say yes to others, make sure that you are not saying no to yourself. I really like that quote. It's good to be honest to ourselves, and by being honest to ourselves, you're being honest to others too. And then everything is better from my perspective. So today, we will have a good meeting. I can feel that we are enthusiastic and that we will move to say no, but yes to honesty and well-being, happiness. Let's move to the agenda, and the president, Robert Cancer, who said this: I learned to say no in my 20s and 30s, not to stress, worry, and overworking. I decided I will relax, make money, be happy, and serve people. Robert Cancer.
Ramiro, thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I say, no way am I going to let my ego hook me when it wants to capture every little thing that people are doing wrong and that I'm doing wrong. I'm going to say, no, thank you, little ego. Thank you for trying to help me, but I am saying yes to being relaxed. According to the Center for Disease Control, stress alone accounts for the contribution of diseases in 2/3 of all diseases. Can you imagine that? 2/3 of all diseases are either caused by or aggravated by stress. So I love this theme, Ramiro. Say no, in my particular case, to stress, or in the case of having my cap on as president of our club, I'm going to say no to worry that I don't understand everything about pathways. I'm going to say no to worry that when one of the leaders from Toastmasters texts me 2 minutes before the meeting, okay, if I come to your meeting today, I'm just going to say quietly to myself, no problem. If I get a chance to reply to him, I will. And I'm only realizing now as I'm talking to you, I didn't reply to him. Because I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to what's in front of me. Our membership and our relationship comes first. So how do we cultivate this kind of say yes to each other when somebody shows up and forgets to bring the Toastmaster suitcase? How do we say yes to each other when people, after 3 reminders, haven't paid their dues? These are just symbolic of all of the little niggly things that happen in our lives, right? I had, for example, a neighbor upstairs at my condominium complex cascade water down through my ceiling, which caused me thousands of dollars in damage. One would think that the neighbor would do 2 things. Number 1, say, I'm sorry. And number 2, let me pay for the damage that I've done. So this is a long saga for me, and I'm just going to say, no, I'm not going to get stressed about it. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to go for it. And in a timely way, when the red card comes up, I'm going to say, no worries. It's time for me to stop talking. Welcome, everybody. Mr. Toastmaster.